Guys, welcome back to the channel. For those who are already subscribed to Iron Sharpens Iron Council, I am Ann Smith. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. I have a special guest here with me today. We have been trying to connect for several days now, almost a week, Teron?
Yes, it has been a few days now.
At least 3 days, but I'm glad we finally made the connection. What I'm truly excited about is that Teron has become a member of the child support course. Okay, I have since shifted it from the previous platform to this newer, better, much improved platform. Right? So it's an online educational community. You almost feel like you're in a university class. I really like the look and feel of it. You probably don't have a point of reference to compare, but truly it's a better experience for the students, for people who are trying to learn and really execute this stuff. So just tell the audience your experience, or how did you find me, and then give a little bit of your background and where things are with your case.
Well, how I actually found you was YouTube, of course, and yeah.
Full circle. You're back. You're on the YouTube channel.
Right. And as far as the actual course, I definitely would recommend it to anybody that's going through this process that I'm going through, because there's a lot of stuff out there. As far as there's a lot of people out there that are, saying that they can help with your child support situation or case, but you do have a lot of what I call actors, pretenders that really are just there to, get money from you or make money off of you. And most of them aren't willing to, aren't even, they don't even really have the right tools to help. So I definitely would recommend the course. And to me, the course is smooth. I mean, it allows you to, pretty much go through reads. It does give you the background on a lot of the information. So that's what I dug about it when you did, when you made those changes. I could see that. I was like, oh, okay, it's almost like it's a point of reference, give you that extra little bit of information that kind of clears things up for you. So I would definitely recommend the course to anybody that's trying to get outside of the child support program. And as far as myself, how I got involved, I'm ex-military. I was in the Army for 11 years. I was married for 10 years. We have 3 children together, my ex-wife, and we divorced. And everything was actually pretty cool, pretty smooth. But how the child support system works is, once you put them in any type of like state program, like any type of Medicaid, Medicare, something like that for the child, they automatically enroll the father, which I'm a father that I'm very big in my children's life, as far as being, fully vested in them, as individuals. They can't tell you that daddy wasn't always at a game, daddy wasn't always available, daddy wasn't always around, because I'm always there. They know that they can pick up the phone at any given moment and ask me for anything. If I don't have it, I always tell them I'll get it, and I'll get it to you. So I've always been, very, very, very involved, as a parent. And to me, for those parents that are that way, that's involved, fully vested in their child, I don't think child support, should ever get involved in anything like that, but they do. So Absolutely. That's why people like me come to people like Miss Ann.
Well, thank you for those glowing words of support and encouragement to other people, because what I want to come across to our viewers for this particular session here is I want people to understand that, yeah, you might not know me, and I was a stranger. I'm really still a stranger to Tehran, but he's gotten to know me a little bit just in this time, even just to be a part of the course. Right. A lot of times people see that when they compare my material or my content to someone else's material, I hear this time and time again. Oh my God, your words jump off the page, that you care. Right. That people could tell that, you know, I put my heart and soul into the material that I put out because I care. I want the results. When you get the results and your case is closed, I'm probably happier than you are for you. Right. Because I am fully vested in this. You know, this is not just a money-making scheme. This is your life. Right. And you are trusting me, and I have a duty and a responsibility to deliver. That's right. How I see it. But when people come from other, you know, sources and they have been through the ringer, you know, and cheated, you know, yeah. Just unmercifully, when they come, they're like, wow, this is a breath of fresh air. And I right. get that a lot. And I'm like, damn, things are really bad out here, you know, with the scammers. But yes. No, this whole thing is not just a course to me. It is a movement. You know, it is an awakening. I'm trying to awaken more people to their power. You know what I mean? Because child support and child support orders and child support cases are unconstitutional. Okay. And what is unconstitutional is unlawful. Okay. So you just have to present your material, you present your evidence rather. And once you present your evidence, it's irrefutable. Now you are operating on the right side of law. And by operation of the law and being on the right side of the law, you have to prevail. Okay, so I just like the whole empowerment piece of this. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just so, it's more fulfilling than anything else in the world. I really believe in this, and I believe in people. But when they come in with mixing processes and going, that right there, oh, that just, it's so irritating. But I get it because, you know, I'm all about free will. You want to do that, go right ahead, but don't come back crying to me when it don't work. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I can't fix everything. I'm not a fixer, and I'm not your savior. I give you guys the tools and you make it happen. I'm here to support you. And that's why I'm so excited about the new platform that I moved to, because it allows me to create this little piece of heaven for us. We have this whole community. Did you get a chance to look into the part 6 that I just created?
I hadn't looked at part 6 right as of yet, but I'll be probably getting to that today for sure.
Oh, if you already loving what you've seen in the first parts, I just added part 6 this week, and it was inspired by a conversation that I had with 2 other members. And I was just so inspired by the fact that they were willing to give to the rest of the community. So I created, so that part 6 is really like the community part, where we can kind of meet and mastermind and share our individual experiences. And oh man, this thing, it's going to be big. We're going to take back these courtrooms. We're going to take back these courthouses, and that's what it's really about. Right. One case at a time, one family at a time, being restored and getting their kids back in their lives and getting this debt resolved and cases closed. Okay, so that's the whole purpose and the meaning of this. So I just thank you for, you know, being willing to show your face, because that's even a big that's like, why are you hiding? You didn't do anything wrong. You know, don't kowtow to these people and make them feel like, you know, they're the winners. No, they're the ones who are operating outside of the law. You have done nothing wrong. Nothing.
I think, not to cut you out, but that was, you know, that's my biggest thing is for people to see, excuse me, yes, that we are everyday people. We are people, and, you know, this, you know, for child support, basically what they do is they look at you as a dollar sign, you know, a way to make money off of you. And, you know, you are really, you know, helping so many families, you know, to bridge a gap where child support kind of somewhat drives a wedge between the non-custodial parent and the custodial parent. Because guess what? They're mad at one another. One of them feels like, hey, you owe me. The other one feels like I'm doing my part. So it's, you know, it's that wedge. So you definitely, to me, I think, you know, what this course does, and for those parents that are, you know, that are able to get, you know, exit the Title 4D child support system, what it does is it allows them to be, number one, more freer with their children. You know, now I talk to so many different guys a lot, you know, we have those, you know, powwows, discussions, but a lot of your guys are, you know, men and women, but usually they'll say, man, my child called me and they said they needed $100, whatever, for whatever reason. But they were like, I really had a problem with giving them that kind of money when I know I'm paying child support. You know, what it does, that child a lot of the time doesn't know that, you know, how much they're getting or what, you know, they just know that they're maybe getting some support. And then you have some children that don't even know that they're getting support.
Or they're like young too. It's just, you know, it's very unfortunate, but like you said, you hit the nail on the head. I bigger than closing the case, and what's more important to me is reunification of the family. Because the courts have you pitting, fighting each other, pitting against each other, because that's how they make money. Because now you got to run out here and you got to get a lawyer. She's going to run out and get a lawyer. And the only ones that are winning is the court and the system and the lawyers. And the kids are losing out. They're losing mom, they're losing dad, they're losing the peace in the home. And so bigger than closing the case, although that's of course going to happen if you follow the steps, but what's more important to me is reunifying the family, bringing people back together. I'm not saying you're going to get remarried. I'm not saying you're going to get back in a relationship. I'm just saying you're going to start, being cordial and amicable, so that you can start putting the child first, among everything, and the child is going to be the winner. Okay. Because truth be told, I'm on the child side. I'm not on mom's side, dad's side, court side. I'm on the side of the child, the little ones who are suffering. That's why I do this. Because people are like, well, you're a woman. How you gonna stop child support? It's not about stopping the child support. It's about the child having both parents and having the right to both parents. And it's so vile and evil what these court systems are doing to families, and so this is my way of empowering the family, through, I know that there are women who are on child support too. If you see this video and you're on child support can be stopped through your right to administrative process, and that's what we're doing here. And this is a movement. This is a movement I'm talking to the YouTube people out here watching this thing. This is a movement. We have got to restore the family. We have got to restore the leaders of the family, which is, as much as a feminist that I am, I respect the natural order that the man, is the provider and the protector. I respect that. Okay. Right. And I'm speaking I'm a single woman. I am a feminist and all of that, but I get the natural order and I respect that. And so the destruction of the family begins in that family court, and we're taking it back one case at a time. That's what I'm doing it for. I'm not on anybody's side but the children. They are so innocent and they do not deserve what is happening. Right. I've seen so many cases of fathers who are paying, like, there was a doctor that contacted me. He's paying $1,200 and still can't even see the child.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and stuff like that. So there are cases where fathers are paying just ungodly amounts, and the mother moved out of state.
Mm-hmm. I know plenty of
and won't even do a video chat. Won't even give the courtesy of a video chat. Yes. The mothers do not have or should not have that much power and control over the child.
That's true.
That's not just your property all by yourself. You didn't make him by yourself. You didn't make that child by yourself. And so it's just, it's unfair. And this is very empowering for whoever, you know, whether it's the father or the mother, whoever. It's very empowering because it gives you the background, it gives you the foundation so that it answers a lot of the questions, you know. Right. I always make people laugh when I say, you know, it's almost like you're a toddler. You got to ask the questions why. Every time you read a sentence, you say why, and you got to fill in that why, like a toddler. Why is it unconstitutional? And I give you the foundation. Why do they have to prove their claim? And I give you the foundation. So it's a why, and I answer that, and then we get into the how. Well, how do we close this case? How do we challenge the illegality of their claims? How do I restore my standing? So we get into the why. I want you to know why. Don't just take my word for it. Get the why, get the understanding, and then you get to execute. Now you have the how. So I'm telling you, I appreciate your kind words, Teron. It's been, I know it's been like a whirlwind just trying to get this to happen. And right. So what I'm gonna do, instead of putting my direct link to the course, I want you guys out here that's listening, I want you guys to support me in supporting Teron. And I'm gonna put in the video description box, I'm gonna put his affiliate link, because anyone who is a member of the community, the child support course community, if you want to recommend the course to other people, you will earn an affiliate commission of $100, right? That's my way of giving back to the community that has given so much to me. Okay, that helps me to be encouraged, you know, to continue my research and all of that. And you earn a little something too by empowering someone else. So I'm going to put Teron's link in the video description box so that we can just keep this thing going full circle and we can support each other. And you guys are going to get to meet Teron in the course, inside in the community, because that's where I created the whole community thing in part 6. So it's just a beautiful thing. It's a love fest that we got going on, love train, whatever you want to call it. Guys, we are back with Teron. He just dropped a huge nugget on me, and I had to get it on camera. So welcome back. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit it, Teron.
But what I was explaining to Miss Ann was, is something about when you're going through something and you don't really have a point of reference, or you don't really have somebody to say that they actually have your back. It's a beautiful thing when you do have that in the situation. And what I was explaining to her is that before, when I was going through this situation with child support, didn't really have somebody to say, it's just me. It's me in a courtroom with a bunch of them. And you don't have that confidence. It's nobody, it's just you on your team. It's you and God for the most part. But, you know, when you do take the course and you actually have somebody, or you learn this information, you have that knowledge and that confidence. And that's what it's about, the confidence to be able to say to these people when they come to you and they send these different documents and you have a rebuttal for it. That's a beautiful thing. Because before, when they would send me something, it's like, oh man, I don't know what these people are gonna do to me. But now I got that confidence. Now it's like, if they send something, okay, well, you send that, guess what? I'm gonna send this back to you, you know? And now the confidence shifts from them to you. And that's the best part about it. Definitely.
The power, the empowerment that you feel.
Yes. That's enough in itself for the course. That's enough in itself to give you that, you know, that confidence, that empowerment. You need that. You really, really, really need that, you know. Yeah,
instead of running around scared, trying to figure out who you gonna hire, who you gonna get to help you.
Right.
Now you know, because you are empowered with the information and the knowledge. The knowledge, it goes back to that saying, knowledge is power. Ooh, but you first got to get the knowledge first, you know.
Right.
And so that's when you said that, it just really made my heart jump, because I'm like, yes, that's exactly what this is for. This is not about just a regular course that you're taking, online. No, this is empowerment. This is for your life. Right. And you can apply it in different areas of your life.
It's true.
And if these people want to come back, you know what to do. Yes. I love it. That's what I was going to say, the station. That's what this channel, I'm old school. I used to listen to radio shows. That's what this channel is about, y'all. That's what this movement is about. Empowerment. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You have the power. When that power shifts over to you and you lose that fear, it is over. It is a wrap for them. Thank you for saying that, Jerome.
Yes, that's what they don't want to happen. They don't want that shift. When, like I said, when you do see that shift, you see, and that's something that Dwight was saying, the whole change, the conversation changes from, from demand to now I'm asking. Now they're okay, well, what do you want to do? They start, the whole demand changes to, like I said, it changes to an ask now, and well, can we, so, yes,
exactly. And that's what you're going to start seeing. It was so funny because that started happening to me in my family court case about 7 years ago. And this was before I knew everything. I was still kind of sporadic and just all over the map. But I started to realize and recognize a shift when I started asking questions.
Mm-hmm.
Because right is right and wrong is wrong. And if it don't look right and smell right, I'm going to question. And I started asking, and the shift started to happen back then for me, even though I didn't have all the tools. So now you guys get the benefit of all the tools. You got all the kinks worked out. I have it all put together in a nice little neat package for y'all. And you guys are empowered now. That is, oh my gosh, the greatest feeling in the world for me. And that's when you said that, I was like, yeah, let's record something real quick, because people don't realize, because people don't know me and they don't know my heart, and I can't fix other people's heart. I can only work on my heart. And people out here in YouTube land, they don't know me from Adam. They've been, scammed and robbed and lied to, so they don't know that, I'm just asking for money for my course. But no, it is bigger than just a course. It's a whole movement. It's a community inside this course. And people are going to be supportive of each other. But besides that is the confidence. You can't buy confidence that this course is going to give you. It is worth the value alone just for that. Just to lose your fear, it's a wrap for them. So tell them about Not yet. Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay. Tell them about if you teach a man, the biblical reference, if you teach a man to fish. Remember what you said? That was so good. That was. I mean, I knew it. I heard it before, but it's so appropriate.
Yeah, and then with the course, what I was basically saying was, what this course does is it teaches. It doesn't just, it's not that we're coming to you and say, hey, do this for us. And, once you do it, then we go on about our way. But it's teaching you, you're learning. And it goes back to that biblical, I'm saying that saying, if I give you a fish, you'll eat for a day. But if I teach you how to fish, then you'll be able to eat every day. You'll eat every day.
For a lifetime, absolutely.
For a lifetime, basically. So that's the beauty of it is just having the knowledge and being able to. And the cool thing about it, the dope part about it is you can apply it in other situations, not just dealing with a child support situation. You'll start to notice it's almost like that red and that blue pill. On
yeah,
that's basically, to me, that's what it does. Is it gives those pills. You got the option to stay asleep, or you have the option to wake up and see things for what they really are.
Yeah.
And see that you do have the power to make that, you know, to make the change or make the difference, you know, a difference in your life. It's up to you though. It's really up to you.
You have to take massive action.
Yes. You want to be a sheep, you can continue being a sheep, but you can be a wolf out here too. But it's up to you.
Go ahead, Teron. Preach that, preach, talk that talk. But like you said, I'm so glad you are. Oh my gosh, it's just this is the stuff that dreams are made of. I mean, this is what I have been trying to get across, but it's really hard when people don't know you, and especially they're out here getting robbed and cheated and lied and scammed. So it's like, what makes you so different? Who this is what it is about. It goes so much over beyond just child support. This is a life change maker, right? It's an empowerment tool. And once you have this and you have the confidence to face these people down, you will never have that fear of receiving a notice from them again. You're going to laugh. You're going to start laughing at it, you know, because now you're going to see how they're going to start coming to you, asking you, and well, what do you wish for this? What is your desire for this? Is no more, it just takes the bite out of it, right? Like, I tell you, we could stay talking about this for hours, but basically, be empowered, know your truth, and stand in your truth. And they have to back down. There's no choice. Who's right here? Who's the outlaw? Who's operating in law? It really comes down to that. Let your intentions known on paper, and they will back down. Oh, anyway, I'm just really, huh?
I said the power of paper.
They say what's another phrase? The pen is mightier than the sword. So true. So true. But you gotta back it up when they come. When they come with the fear mongering, you gotta back it up. Okay, so guys, I hope you get something from this. Let's continue to support Teron, because I'm gonna put, instead of putting the direct course link, I'm gonna put his affiliate link, so he gets an earning. You know, he gets to earn a little something, you know, for bringing this truth out to you guys, and you'll get to meet him inside of the course. I'll be in the course. We'll be hanging out, because this is a community movement. This is an empowerment movement, and it is powerful. And I can't wait to see more people in there. So thank you, Teron, again. Thank you to the YouTube subscribers, watchers, all that, viewers. Guys, this is beyond a course just for child support. If you don't get nothing else, get that. So I'll see you guys on the next session. Hang tight, Teron. I'll see you guys on the next session. Say goodbye to the peeps. Bye.